Hey guys, it's Brie Halo here, and this is my She-Hulk makeup tutorial. All the products used today will be listed throughout the video. Music used will be listed at the end of the video. Please remember to like this video, give it a green She-Hulk thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on other social media that I may or may not have, share with your friends, family, etc. And as always, leave any comments or requests for future makeup tutorials in that comments box below. So the first part of the makeup look is this part where I'm trying to recreate more of a realistic version. And the second part of this video is where I'm adding the line shading and all the comic book detail lines to try and make it look a little more from the original comics. So enough chit chat, let's get started with the makeup tutorial itself. So what you want to do is go in with a light yellow on all the areas that the light would catch, such as your forehead, nose, cheeks, the top of your top lip, your chin, and tops of your shoulders and collarbones to where the costume comes in. And then what I did was I got my lighter green body paint and painted that over the top while the yellow was still wet so that it would all blend in together. And don't forget to paint your ears as well, even though it's going to be a pain later to get out. You do want to paint your ears if you are doing the whole look. With the neck, since I know where the costume is going to come up, I did just paint in with the green the outline of where the top of the outfit is. Again, you can see the same thing I'm doing on my shoulders, is just filling in with that green over the top of the yellow, and as you can still see, the whole colour looks very yellow. And I just go in over the top with that green again, slowly darkening it up with a dark green and going back in between those three colours to try and blend it out and make the blending look seamless. With the original green that we had and the darker green, I've blended them into like a sort of mid-tone green and have used that to do all of the major shading, and later I do go in with a little bit more green, dark green, just to deepen those shadows. So we're just going around the collarbone and trying to make up some muscles since I have none. Now at this point I thought that the face was getting a little too dark, so what I did is I went back in with a mix of the green and light yellow and just went over all the highlight areas and slowly blend that out. And I did accidentally add a little too much of that lighter colour, so I've just gone back in with the green itself while everything's still wet and just blending it all together so that it doesn't look like I've just put some bright green blobs all over my face. Going in with a mix of the darker green and the regular green that we were using, you can go in just to start shading areas where you think that you'll need it. So I did the sides of my nose, under my cheekbones, my jawline, slightly on my temples, and added a couple of shades around underneath where my brow bone is. So taking that dark green by itself, no mixing this time, I'm just filling in my lips and trying to match them as close as I can to my reference material for She-Hulk. And then also using that dark green on my eyes as well. You could alternatively go in with eyeshadow, but I don't actually have a decent, or haven't actually gone through all of my makeup to find a decent green eyeshadow that would have been perfect for this, so I've just filled it in with the green body paint. Then after that you're going to start filling in the clothing. So what I did was I outlined where the white section is, and I'm just filling all of that in now. Careful to go around the green. You don't really want to get the white onto the green section since it will try and start blending into it, and it's a pain to try and keep that white pristine. And then I'm going in with a deep magenta colour here. It does seem a little bit pink, but I do go in a bit later and add in more purples to it for the shading. And then a little bit of shading on the collarbone with some grey eyeshadows to deepen the shadows. And that's it for the more realistic version. So this next part only took me about 40 minutes, and compared to the last part, which was over 2 hours. And so all you're doing is really adding in the comic book shading and line work that you see in the comics. I had to make up most of what these lines were because I didn't actually have any source material that was front on it. As you can see on the chest, what I've done is I've just gone around the clothing, around the collarbone, sides of the neck, around where the muscles pop out more, since they are quite pronounced, since, you know, she is She-Hulk. She is very strong. And then I've also gone around the outside of my body with sort of black outline just to try and clean up the edges and make my outline disappear into the background more. And so I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments box below.